Alright guys, welcome back to the Coach Beast Mode channel. Nice day outside. Today I'm gonna go train legs at the gym. Today's gonna be a little bit of a lighter day on legs, more repetition, a little bit more volume. What I'm gonna do instead of doing like a heavy 2 rep max or 1 rep max with what I've been doing is I'll alternate days with a lighter day and move a little bit faster. Today I'm gonna do a 2 rep max, not a 2 rep max, 2 reps for every minute. And I'm probably gonna go about 60-70% of my load. And I maxed out the other day. I squatted 345, which is pretty good. My old max is like 365, 375. My strength is slowly building back up. I'm not gonna, jump back into my powerlifting days. So I'm also a little bit, weigh a little bit less. So you gotta understand a little bit about programming and have a little self-awareness about where you're at. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this training episode. Peace.
When the sun rises, I wake up and chase my dreams. I won't regret when the sun sets, 'cause I live my life like I'm a beast.
I typically wear these knee sleeves when I squat. Get fancy today and put my Romalayos on. Alright guys, before I get started into my working sets, I take about 3 to 5 warm-up sets, stretching my hip flexors, doing leg swings are a good way to get it warmed up. I typically do a lot of dynamic stretching before I go into the squats, and then what better way to warm up for squats is just squats. So I just squat before I squat. Alright, so this is an example of one of my dynamic days. So the purpose of dynamic days is to lower the weight a little bit, move it a little bit faster. So this is kind of teaching motor patterns where when you're squatting, especially heavy loads, you have to move fast. You see how I'm hitting the hole and gumming up as fast as I can while pushing my knees out. So remember guys, we're working on power and speed on these dynamic. This is not hypertrophy. Hypertrophy will be after this, where it's a little bit more slow, controlled, and tight squeeze at the top. So we got a lot of sets. I typically, when it's dynamic day, I do not do any sitting down. If it's a difference, if I'm going with a heavier max, maybe a heavy 1 or heavy 2, I will sit in between the sets. This I did not. So I just got done with the speed reps at 70%. They all felt good. All 10 sets, 20 reps. So now I'm gonna be dropping it back down to 185. This is about another 20%. and then I'm gonna be doing 3 sets of 10, focusing a little bit more on hypertrophy, a little bit slower reps, not as fast as the first set that I did with the dynamic lifts. So this is gonna be slower. I'm gonna be squeezing my glutes up top so I can build my hamstrings and my glutes. Alright guys, so we just got done squatting. Definitely very strenuous. Now I'm gonna be hitting the leg press machine. The only way for you to grow legs is volume. Weight times sets times reps. If you're trying to build size, hypertrophy, it's volume. Increase the volume. I've never used to do this much volume for legs, but I have, and it's been seeing a ton of growth. Alright, leg press, let's go. We have different variations. What I'm gonna do today, since I'm targeting my glutes a little bit more, my legs are gonna be a little bit higher up here to hit the lower part of my butt. Alright guys, we're on to the reverse leg curl. I love this exercise. This and the glute ham developer, which I have one at my CrossFit gym, is like the mother of all exercises for your hamstring. Alright, onto the leg extension. I have been playing around with my toe position and direction, and it's helped a little bit where I actually point the toes backward, and it helps my quad stay flexed throughout the whole exercise. Alright guys, so my answer for your struggling calf body part, I would just say lighten the load, do a ton of reps. I've been doing a ton of reps, sets of 60s, 50s to grow my calves. Alright guys, so I want to demonstrate in this exercise how I use different variations in the rep tempo. I do like half reps, you can see, and then I do full reps, and I do partial reps kind of closer. It's not really about the rep scheme in hypertrophy, it's more of just like creating a stimulus. And you know, in bodybuilding, that's what they always talk about, the mind-muscle-body connection. So it takes a lot of self-awareness to bodybuild. Alright guys, if you didn't know, pumping and humping is the two most important exercises for health. Okay, you might notice that I'm actually like touching my butt every time I do a lunge. The reason why I'm doing this is to kind of see if I can feel the muscles being flexed when I go down. And that's what bodybuilding is about, feeling your own butt. If you guys didn't know, I'm a really big fan of the golden era of bodybuilding, where they performed a lot of vacuums and they had really tiny, small waists. This is one exercise that I use to kind of tighten up my waist. I suck my stomach in up top and then do a little squeeze at the bottom to try and create that really tight tight tapered look. You can see I haven't been doing that many different exercises. Still very similar to what I was doing in the last training vlog that I had. Basically just doing the same exercises but increasing the volume. I'm doing more weights, more repetition, more sets. So I'm in the 5 to 6 set range. My rep ranges are about like 15 to 20, 25 rep range. For somebody that's advanced lifter like me that's been lifting for so long, you have to change up the tempo. You can see some of the lifts I've been doing, like the reverse leg extensions. I was changing up the tempo, half reps, full reps, lower reps. Just try different techniques as you go, as you get advanced. And at the end of the day, when you're done with the training session, you want to feel a big pump. And you can see my legs looking pretty good right now. Hamstrings are getting very big. But yeah, as I progress, like I said earlier in the video, it's like if your training program is not broken, don't change it. Alright guys, if you guys haven't, if you guys are really big into like fitness and haven't got any like lifting shoes, definitely highly recommend the Roma Layouts. They're like $200, pretty expensive, but will make a world of difference on your squat and your fitness game. Coach Beast Mode approved. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's training vlog with legs. Getting a big pump. I'm gonna be coaching later today at CrossFit Annandale. But yeah, man, keep grinding, guys. Stay motivated, stay hungry, and live like a beast.